Hi folks, welcome to the first episode of Straight Talk on Stroke, where we don't shy away from the tough topics. I'm here to provide you with honest insights, practical advice, and a dose of reality to help you navigate the ups and downs of life after a stroke. So, first segment, first topic, there's from the r/stroke Reddit. At what age did you have a stroke? Recovering for 10 months from a hemorrhagic stroke, and a constant factor in my rehab is that I am by far the youngest patient. I'm assuming this is with a stroke at 39 years old. This has been a big impact on the self-help groups and the inability to connect to anybody there. The level of rehab that's offered, as I find it, severely lacking, and the climate in my rehab facility. In self-help group, in the self-help group that is near me, nearly everybody, nearly everyone simply retired after the stroke. No one can connect to the time pressure that I experience trying to get fit enough to work as soon as possible. Another example, when I got out of the immediate rehab after 3 months, all physio, ergo, and logotherapy were reluctant to offer me an appointment on the same day as my other appointments, quoting severe exhaustion in their patients as a reason it took me weeks of convincing or straight up lying to get those appointments. Anyone had, and they're asking now, has anyone had similar experiences? I honestly feel alone in this. Right, so a couple of things. One, going right back to the start, you're 39. That is, you're young. You're gonna do good in your recovery. You will work. You will get back to work. If that's what you want to do, you will do it. You have to find this way of pushing the bullshit aside and just focusing on yourself. When I was in recovery, I would go to meetings, every week. There would be a meeting for me and for other survivors. And I was 22 when I took my stroke. And I was literally, there was younger people there in their 40s, but no one in their 20s other than me. Sorry about that. When I would go to the support meetings, I would hear complaints for a couple of reasons. One of the things that people often complained about is that they looked um, too good after their stroke, and people would often say, they didn't realise that they had a stroke. And whenever I get compliments like that, and I consider it a compliment, it's one, it's a testament to the good work that I put in, and two, it's it just shows the mindset of those particular people. And in terms of uh, the self help groups, for me, I couldn't connect very well to them. I went online, Instagram, Facebook, more so Instagram, and a wee bit of Twitter. And I found groups there more so on Instagram. More so on Instagram. Um, that I was able to. Right, we're gonna redo that. So many bloody distractions. Three, two, one. So more so on when I went onto Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and even Reddit. Funnily enough, although I wouldn't go onto Reddit for a lot of things, but in terms of like stroke related people groups, people that talk about strokes, Instagram's probably your best. I found more of a community there with those people than I have in the sport groups. I just went to the groups to, well, because one half of the group was talking about the strokes and everything related to the strokes, and then another half of the group was literally exercise and fitness related, and that was the part that I more so liked because it was a chance to do things within that, um, which is what I wanted. I wanted more excuses to work out and to get up and to try things. So that was what drew me to them. Maybe your rehab groups are not the best, in which case I'm sorry about that. So he continues with it's had a big impact on the self help groups and my inability to connect with anybody there. Again, going back to what I'm saying, online, big, 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 big factor in that. Finding groups online, there's yeah, or even if you want, I'm trying to get I have a Discord set up, trying to get more people active in there. You know, to have like movie nights, book readings, and stuff going on there, which would be cool. Not saying that you have to come to me, but it's there. Or even Instagram. A lot of the people that I follow on Instagram, I love those people because we're like we know each other, some more or less. And it's good, you know. So if you go into my like socials, find like the people that I follow, and a lot of them will be stroke survivors, or my blog's Instagram. A lot of people, a lot of stroke survivors. Find out what they're doing, comment on their posts, get talking to them. It's a great community. Um, it's a great community of people because people that have had strokes generally want to help other people that have had strokes. So, he continues with in the self help group that is near me. Everyone is retired. After the stroke, no one could connect to the time pressure that I experience trying to get fit enough to work. I understand that because when strokes can be very isolating. Again, I didn't mind it so much because I was in hospital for 3 months, and that was an isolating, a very isolating experience. But it taught me things about myself, and I'm happier working alone now, so that I don't mind the isolation. That doesn't mean that I don't like talking to people, but it's not something that's like a big factor for me. I have the drive and like the willingness to do everything on my own, regardless if there's other people around me to talk to about it. But um, another thing is that whenever people simply retire after stroke, that's great, good for them if they want to do that. But I find that attitude very defeatist. Um, Going back to the support groups, as I say, um, whenever people would complain that they looked too good after the stroke, and that they would complain about this like it was a bad thing, and it would annoy me because that's always what I want to be. That's where I want. That is the goal, you know. Um, like I don't want to be like normal, back to normal. But if I can live my days as normal as possible, and people saying, you know, that catch up to me, they don't notice anything really until I mention it, until I ask or I mention it. That's always what I want to be, what I want to go for, and that's always what I'm living at, trying to live up to. For me, that's where I want to be, and I actually find this attitude from people to be very bad. I don't consider it good. I I think it's very much in the opposite. It might be good for them, but I don't think that's the attitude you should have after, no matter what age you are. They, when I was in the hospital, I would often hear complaints from other patients in the ward, or not complaints, but I would often hear them say I don't want to do physio today. I don't wanna. And that killed me because I want physio every day, and I couldn't do it every day. I don't think I could. Maybe I could have, but they never let me. And I wanted every day, and I would often get dropped off from my physio session, and I'd be kind of tired, and I say kind of, I would be tired, but I was wanting more. And then to hear them go from room to room or into the ward and come out with no one, because no one wanted any physio, and there was me sweating the bit out, just got back, and I would shout, bring me along, I haven't done any physio today, stuff like that, because I wanted to put the work in, and that shit would piss me off so much, you know, it really would piss me off, and it's something that has stuck with me since. I will never do that. I will never not want to put the work into anything. If I say that if I need to do something, I'll do it. I'll find a way to do it, one way or the other. So, but that's something that I experienced, and that also shifted my mindset in the hospital. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be confined to a bed my whole life. If I can't do something, I'll find another way to do it. Come hell or high water, and I will do it. And that's always stuck with me, and that always will stick with me because I don't want to be in that situation. Even when I'm old, I'm not gonna be. This is the thing. It's not in my mindset to be lazy about things like that. Everything I do, I always put the most amount of effort I can into it. So yeah. Um, Another example, when I got out of rehab after 3 months, he continues. When I got out of rehab after 3 months of physio, ergo, and logotherapy, were reluctant to offer me appointments in the same day as my other appointments, recording severe exhaustion in their patients. Again, this is another thing. Um, you're a younger person, you've got more stamina, and you've got the ability to put the work in more. Um, Stroke is still a very old person centric type of thing, where they they are like the baseline, as older people, and they don't understand that when you're younger, you can do more and you should do more because eventually you have to put that work in anyway to build up that routine. So although I was never like this, not that I ever could have got away with doing all this stuff in one day myself in the hospital because they would never let me because it was always the same people and there was no sort of nan about it or trying to get around it. So they knew because I seen them 3 days a week. But yeah, um, it's definitely like I think at this point there has been studies, that say that younger people have. I think it's a younger people have a 34% increase in recovery outcomes in patients that are under 55. 34% increase, and that's not to stay cognitively as well, because patients under 70 showed cognitive recovery up to 1 month post stroke. These will be linked in the description. And a 10 to 20% increase, 10 to 20% showed slash experienced full recovery. That rate tends to be higher in younger people. Of that 10 to 20%, tends to be younger people that are fully recovered. And So yeah, again, it's very, very much so that it's person that it tends to skew older, and that's what they set the baseline. And again, it comes back to that thing where it's not talked about or showed enough. That's why I'm working with stroke associations and other policy legislators to get um, more eyes on strokes in younger people. Um, so yeah, it's definitely that issue. So they were reluctant to offer him therapy on the same day as other appointments, quoting severe exhaustion in the patients as a reason. It took me weeks of convincing or straight up lying to get these appointments. So yeah, um, good on you, I guess, for convincing them. Um, again, on land, it is it's that balance that you have to somehow strike. Because there is a risk there. There's always be a risk that if you do too much, you'll hurt yourself or you'll do something. But I think you should because you're younger. So yeah. Um. So yeah, this has just been a wee rant from me on this episode of Street Talk on Stroke. I just want to get this out here for the start of the week. We'll start the week off well, and yeah, if you've any questions or anything about this, or you want to chat, throw me an email, throw me a comment. Check the social links in the description and in the channel's description. And yeah, let me know what you think. And if you like this, please, for me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and again, throw me a comment. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.